History is often told through grand narratives and well-known figures, but beneath the surface lie countless stories of individuals whose lives defied convention and challenged the norms of their time. These are the stories that often remain untold, waiting to be discovered. One such story is that of Cathay Williams. Her life was a remarkable journey through a pivotal era in American history. It is a story of resilience, deception, and groundbreaking courage. She holds a unique place in history. Cathay Williams is the only documented woman to have served as a Buffalo Soldier. Her service required an extraordinary act of concealment. She lived and served under a male alias. For nearly 2 years, she successfully hid her identity. This was a feat accomplished in a harsh, male-dominated environment. Her story sheds light on the limited options available to Black women after the Civil War. It reveals the lengths to which some went to find independence and opportunity. It is a testament to her determination. Cathay Williams was born into slavery in 1844. Her birthplace was Independence, Missouri. Her early life was shaped by the brutal realities of the peculiar institution. As a young woman, the Civil War erupted. This conflict would dramatically alter her path. Union forces occupied the area where she lived. She was contrabanded by the Union Army. This term referred to enslaved people who escaped or were captured by Union forces. They were often used for labor. Williams worked for the Union Army during the war. She served as a cook and laundress. She traveled with the troops, witnessing the conflict firsthand. This experience exposed her to military life. It showed her a world beyond the confines of slavery. It may have planted the seeds for her future decision. She saw soldiers, their structure, and their purpose. The end of the war brought freedom, but freedom did not automatically bring opportunity or security for Black Americans. Especially for Black women, options were severely limited. Jobs were scarce and discrimination was rampant. The future was uncertain and challenging. Following the war, Cathay Williams found herself in St. Louis, Missouri. She was free but faced the harsh realities of post-war America. Economic opportunities were few. It was during this time that she conceived of a daring plan. She decided to enlist in the United States Army. This was an institution exclusively for men. To do this, she had to conceal her gender. She adopted a male alias, William Cathay. This simple reversal of her name was her chosen disguise. Her motivation was likely multifaceted. The Army offered a steady wage, food, and shelter. These were basic necessities hard to come by for many freed people. It also offered a degree of stability and purpose. Perhaps she sought adventure or independence. The military represented a structured environment in a chaotic world. She underwent a medical examination. It is unclear how she passed this examination undetected. Historical accounts suggest it may have been cursory, or perhaps the examining physician was complicit. The need for soldiers was high. Standards might have been relaxed in the post-war recruitment push. Regardless, she successfully enlisted. She joined Company A of the 38th United States Infantry. This regiment was one of the newly formed Black units. These units would later become known as the Buffalo Soldiers. The year was 1866 when Cathay Williams enlisted. The 38th U.S. Infantry was formed as part of the regular Army. These regiments were composed of Black enlisted men led by white officers. They were tasked with patrolling the western frontier. Their duties included building forts, protecting settlers, and engaging Native American tribes. It was demanding and dangerous work. The Native Americans reportedly nicknamed the Black soldiers Buffalo Soldiers. This was possibly due to their dark curly hair resembling a buffalo's mane, or perhaps it was a term of respect for their fierce fighting ability. Cathay Williams, as William Cathay, served alongside these men. She marched with them, trained with them, and lived in close quarters. Her ability to maintain her disguise is remarkable. She served for nearly 2 years. Her unit was stationed in various locations. These included New Mexico and Colorado. Life on the frontier was rugged. Soldiers faced harsh weather, difficult terrain, and the constant threat of conflict. Disease was also a significant danger. Williams performed her duties as expected of any soldier. She participated in drills, marches, and camp life. She shared tents and barracks with her male comrades. Her ability to keep her secret for so long speaks volumes. It highlights her determination and perhaps the limited scrutiny within the ranks. It was a precarious existence. Maintaining her disguise took a toll on Cathay Williams. The physical demands of military life were immense. The constant need for secrecy added psychological stress. She reportedly suffered from frequent illnesses. These ailments likely made concealing her identity even more difficult. Sickness often requires medical attention. It was illness that ultimately led to the discovery of her secret. In 1868, she was hospitalized. The nature of her illness is not precisely documented. However, during her medical treatment, her true gender was discovered. The reaction of the army is notable. She was not punished for her deception. Instead, she was honorably discharged. The official reason given was disability. This acknowledged her inability to continue service due to her health issues. Her discharge occurred in October 1868. She had served for approximately 2 years. Her time as William Cathay had come to an end. The fact that she received an honorable discharge is significant. It suggests that her service, despite the deception, was not viewed as criminal. Perhaps her unique circumstances were recognized. Her story became known publicly shortly after her discharge. A reporter from the St. Louis Daily Times interviewed her in 1876. This interview brought her story to wider attention. After her discharge, Cathay Williams returned to civilian life. She moved to Fort Union, New Mexico. She attempted to support herself through various jobs. She worked as a seamstress and laundress. These were common occupations for women at the time. However, making a living remained a struggle. Her health issues persisted. The hardships of military life and frontier living had taken a toll. She continued to suffer from leg pain and other ailments. Around 1880, she moved to Trinidad, Colorado. She ran a boarding house there. This provided a more stable source of income. However, her health continued to decline. By the early 1890s, she was experiencing significant pain and disability. She was unable to work. In 1893, she applied for a military pension. She based her claim on her service and subsequent disability. This was a standard process for veterans. A doctor examined her as part of the pension application process. The examination confirmed her poor health. It noted nerve pain and diabetes. Despite the medical evidence and her documented service, her pension was denied. The reasons for the denial are not entirely clear. It may have been related to her gender or the nature of her enlistment. This denial meant she faced her final years without the financial support she sought. Cathay Williams' story is significant for several reasons. First and foremost, she is the only documented woman to have served as a Buffalo soldier. This makes her a unique figure in military history. Her enlistment highlights the desperate circumstances faced by many Black Americans after the Civil War. The Army offered a path to stability and independence not readily available elsewhere. Her ability to maintain her disguise for so long is remarkable. It speaks to her resourcefulness and determination. It also offers a glimpse into the realities of military life at the time. Her story challenges conventional narratives of the American West and military service. It reminds us that history is full of individuals who defied expectations and limitations. It also underscores the often overlooked contributions of Black women. They navigated a world shaped by both racial and gender discrimination. Their resilience is a powerful part of history. Williams' experience with the pension system is also telling. It reflects the systemic barriers and inequalities faced by veterans, particularly women and people of color. Her story remained relatively obscure for many years. It was not widely taught or known. This is unfortunately common for the histories of marginalized groups. Today, Cathay Williams' story is gaining more recognition. Historians and educators are working to bring these hidden histories to light. Her life offers valuable lessons. It teaches us about the complexities of identity and survival. It shows the lengths people will go to seek opportunity and autonomy. It highlights the enduring spirit of resilience. Her service as a Buffalo soldier connects her to a proud legacy. The Buffalo Soldiers played a crucial role in the development of the American West. They did so while facing intense discrimination. Williams shared in their hardships and their service. Her presence among them, though hidden, is a powerful symbol. It represents the diverse ways people contributed to shaping the nation. Her story encourages us to look beyond the surface of historical accounts. It prompts us to ask whose voices are missing. It reminds us that history is richer and more complex than often presented. Learning about Cathay Williams helps us understand the challenges faced by Black women in the post-Civil War era. It provides a specific human example of navigating a difficult world. Her legacy is one of quiet courage and perseverance. She sought a better life and found a unique way to pursue it. Her story is an inspiration. It is a reminder that history is not just about famous leaders or major battles. It is also about the extraordinary lives of ordinary people. People like Cathay Williams. Her story deserves to be remembered and shared. It is a vital piece of American history. It is a testament to the strength and ingenuity of those who refuse to be limited by their circumstances.